Imagine an Olympic-style showdown between humans and the animal kingdom's finest athletes. Who would win the 100-meter sprint, a human or a cheetah? Can a champion swimmer outpace a dolphin? How about a leaping contests against kangaroos or weightlifting with gorillas? Daily Amazement presents Animals versus Humans. Let the games begin. The first event, the 100-meter sprint, cheetah versus human. When it comes to pure speed, the cheetah is the unrivaled champion of the animal world. A cheetah can accelerate faster than a sports car, reaching top speeds around 60 to 70 miles per hour, 96 to 112 kilometers per hour, in short bursts. In a head-to-head 100-meter dash, even Olympic legend Usain Bolt, world record 9.58 seconds, would be left in the dust. In fact, a cheetah from the Cincinnati Zoo named Sarah clocked an incredible 5.95 seconds in a 100-meter run, the fastest recorded 100 meters by any creature on Earth. That equates to about 61 miles per hour at peak speed. Bolt's 9.58 seconds world record, by comparison, looks positively stodgy next to the cheetah's time. In practical terms, by the time a human sprinter finishes 100 meters, the cheetah could have covered nearly 170 meters at full speed. There's simply no contest on the track. The human would see nothing but a polka-dotted missile blasting ahead. But what about endurance? Cheetahs are sprinters, not marathoners. They can only sustain those blazing speeds for on the order of 20 to 30 seconds, a few hundred meters, before tiring out or overheating. So while a cheetah utterly dominates a short race, it would struggle in a long run. So if we now flip the scenario, put a cheetah in a 26.2-mile marathon against a trained human distance runner. Here, the tables turn dramatically. Big cats like cheetahs and lions aren't built for extended stamina and would not stand a chance in a marathon race. A cheetah would likely exhaust itself after a fast sprint and be forced to stop or slow to a crawl well before even a single mile. Humans, on the other hand, excel at endurance running. It's one area where we shine in the animal kingdom. In fact, humans evolved as persistence hunters, capable of running many miles in the heat. And here's some evidence. In the annual man versus horse race, 22 miles in Wales, humans have regularly beaten horses over that distance under hot conditions, thanks to our superior cooling, sweating, and endurance. And note, those human racers are often not even Olympic-level athletes. Over a full marathon, 42.2 kilometers, a world-class human runner, finishing just about 2 hours 3 minutes, would outlast most animals on the planet. So what animal could beat us in a marathon? According to one analysis of Serengeti wildlife, the ostrich would be the ultimate marathoner. This giant bird could hypothetically run 26.2 miles in about 45 minutes. Yes, you read that right. An ostrich's estimated marathon time is under an hour, thanks to an estimated top sustained speed, approximately 42 miles per hour. The ostrich's springy tendons and efficient locomotion give it an endurance edge even over humans. Aside from the ostrich, however, humans would outrun nearly every other animal at marathon distance. In the next event, it's a swimming showdown, human versus dolphin. In water, humans are out of our element, and it shows. The fastest human swimmers, like Olympic gold medalist Michael Phelps, reach speeds of around 5 to 6 miles per hour, 8 to 10 kilometers per hour in the pool. That's impressive for a human, but it looks positively glacial next to aquatic animals. Take the dolphin, for example. Common dolphins have been recorded at speeds up to 60 kilometers per hour. Bottlenose dolphins, the species we often see, can hit around 20 miles per hour in bursts, and even their cruising speed, while porpoising along, is about 11 to 12 kilometers per hour, faster than our all-out sprint in the water. One analysis found that if a dolphin swam 100 meters, it could do it in about 13 to 22 seconds, depending on if it leaps out of the water or not. Whereas the human world record for 100 meters freestyle is 47 seconds. In other words, a dolphin would finish a 100-meter swim before a human even reaches the halfway mark. What about a seal? Seals and sea lions are also far quicker than us in the water. A harbor seal, for instance, can hit up to 12 miles per hour in short bursts. Olympic champion Phelps's approximately 4.7 miles per hour swimming speed looks slow in comparison. Even the fastest human swimmer cannot match a seal's agility and speed, let alone a sea lion, which can top 25 miles per hour underwater in the case of a California sea lion. So, could the fastest swimmer beat a dolphin or seal? Not a chance. Now let's take a look at the long jump. Human versus kangaroo. The long jump is one of track and field's great events. The human world record is 8.95 meters by Mike Powell. That's an incredible leap for a person. But in the animal kingdom, we face some serious high flyers. Enter the red kangaroo, nature's premier leaper. Kangaroos bound across the Australian outback on powerful hind legs and can cover astonishing distances. In one documented case, a female red kangaroo being chased leapt 12.8 meters in a single bound, nearly half again the human record. In a head-to-head long jump competition, the kangaroo wins handily. A big male boomer kangaroo casually clearing 25 feet in one hop wouldn't even be impressed by our Olympic record, not to mention that extreme 42-foot leap recorded in 1957. For fun, imagine a kangaroo and a human running down a track to leap into a sandpit. The human might land near the 28 to 29-foot mark, while the kangaroo could land well beyond 30 feet, possibly into the next pit over. With their big feet and spring-loaded legs, kangaroos are built to cover ground in huge bounds. Moving over to the high jump event, can any animal beat a human? How about vertical jumping, like the high jump? The human high jump record is about 2.45 meters, or 8 feet, achieved by Javier Sotomayor. That's nothing to sneeze at. Clearing an 8-foot bar is beyond most creatures, yet some animals can go higher. One likely champion is the springbok, a medium-sized antelope known for its pronking leaps. A springbok can jump with a distinctive arched back form and reportedly soar to 3.5 meters, or 11.5 feet high in the air. That easily clears any human high jump bar. The springbok would practically dunk on our world record. The springbok's 11.5-foot leap is especially impressive. That's like leaping onto the roof of a one-story house in a single bound. For comparison, the best human high jumpers would be looking up at the springbok's hooves. It's worth noting that humans are pretty good jumpers for our size, but many animals have specialized anatomy, tendons, muscle power, lower body mass, that let them perform prodigious jumps. In relative terms, body size, tiny creatures like the flea are the ultimate jumpers. A flea's hop can be 100 times its body length, but in absolute terms, larger animals like antelopes and kangaroos do surpass us in vertical leap. The springbok would take home the gold in a high jump contest against humanity. In our next event, the shot put, it's human versus grizzly bear. The shot put is all about strength and explosive power, hurling a 7.26 kilogram iron ball as far as possible. The human world record from Ryan Krauser is 23.37 meters, achieved by a 145 kilogram elite athlete. But imagine if a grizzly bear could enter the ring and give it a go. Grizzly bears are enormously strong. An adult grizzly, weighing approximately 360 kilograms, has been estimated to have the strength of 5 strong humans. In fact, a full-grown grizzly can lift 500 kilograms. That's about 0.8 times its body weight, and reportedly can lift 227 kilograms with a single paw. That kind of power dwarfs human capabilities. For reference, even the strongest human weightlifters max out around 500 kilograms in a deadlift using both arms. If that raw strength were converted into throwing ability, the bear could likely launch the 7.26 kilogram shot far beyond the human record. How far exactly? We can only speculate, but given 5 times the muscular power, the grizzly might impart much higher speed to the shot. In theory, a grizzly's throw could travel on the order of 4 to 5 times the human distance if technique were no barrier. That suggests a throw of perhaps 100 plus meters! Think about that. The bear could fling a shot put the length of a football field, compared to humans barely exceeding 75 feet. Now, in reality, a bear doesn't have the refined technique of a shot putter and might lack the flexibility to spin in a circle and release at the perfect angle. But based on sheer power, the bear would certainly outthrow any human by a wide margin. Okay, welcome everyone to weightlifting, human versus gorilla. For feats of pure strength, let's bring in our heavyweight contender, the gorilla. The strongest humans on Earth, world-class weightlifters or powerlifters, can lift on the order of 400 to 500 kilograms in certain lifts. The world deadlift record is approximately 501 kilograms, but a male silverback gorilla makes even our strongest look soft. A typical adult male gorilla that weighs 195 kilograms is estimated to be able to lift 800 kilograms of dead weight. That's roughly twice what a well-trained human weightlifter can manage. In other words, a gorilla's gorilla's strength has been cited as equivalent to up to 20 adult humans in combined might. The Guinness World Record for a weight lifted by a gorilla stands around 816 kilograms, and some sources even claim a gorilla could bench press 1,800 kilograms. Any way you slice it, the gorilla is in a league of its own compared to us. If we held an Olympic weightlifting contest, clean and jerk, squat, etc., the gorilla would hoist weights that no human could budge. For example, the gorilla could potentially deadlift 800 kilograms versus the human record, 500 kilograms, and do it without the benefit of specialized training or equipment. It's simply a result of their evolutionary build: thick muscular arms, powerful backs, and tendons built for climbing and grappling. A gorilla's daily life of climbing trees and tearing vegetation is basically nature's strength training program. Let's take a look back at how the Ultimate Animal Olympics has played out. Ultimately, these animal versus human showdowns are a fun thought experiment illustrating the amazing specialized abilities evolved in nature. It's entertaining to imagine a sprinter lining up next to a cheetah or a weightlifter challenging a gorilla, and it gives us a new appreciation for the incredible athleticism found in the animal kingdom. So the next time you watch the Olympics or a sports event, remember, somewhere out there a dolphin could outswim our champion, a kangaroo could outjump our gold medalist, and a humble ostrich could leave our marathon runners in the dust. It's a wild world.